Oh, hey there. You caught me during my free think hour. You know, art movements used to belong to places and time. And throughout history, art belonged to the wealthy and the powerful. Defined from the top down. A fixed constellation in the sky. Unchanging, universal, and just out of reach of the everyman. But then slowly, the stars began to move. In a universe that's constantly moving, what does it take to stand still for long enough to create something real? A constellation to point towards rather than a sparkle in an ever-growing stream. Our guest tonight is Seizure Warning. And no, that's not a formal disclaimer. He's a brilliant young man from Milwaukee, having started his digital journey at just 13 years old. 10 years later, he's collaborated with the internet's funny brothers, Super Mega, and has just finished doing stage tour visualizers for Xavier So Based. So without further ado, we present to you Carlos's Curiosity Program. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Carlos's Curiosity Program, the second episode. Our guest tonight is Seizure Warning, an amazing, beautiful, very smart, artistic, talented young man from Milwaukee. Today, we'll be discussing various things from his art journey to his art direction and style and where he is today and where he plans on taking that style. I'm very excited to present to you all Seizure Warning. Yeah!
Thanks.
Ow, ow, ow! How's it going, dude? I'm so glad you're able to make it.
Yeah, me
really
too.
appreciate it.
It's exciting. I'm famous.
Yeah, now that you're on this show, that stands for something, all right?
That stands for something.
It's very clear that you're climbing up the ranks quickly. Growing up in Milwaukee, what was that like? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, hold up. Before we even start, I did want to say I really did appreciate the fact that you were doing this.
Yeah.
Especially just describing it to you so briefly, like, hey, dude, I'm starting a stupid talk show. Do you want to be on it? And the fact that you were down, I really do sincerely appreciate that.
Of course.
I think the thing that makes it really fun for me personally is we have spoken a little bit before. This isn't like a first time interaction, obviously. I like to think we're pretty chill. We're chill guys, you know?
I would say so.
I just before even like getting into like any technical questions or anything, I just wanted to point out that I genuinely believe that you are one of the few people in our circle, I'll say, that have like an unbelievable extreme amount of potential. Like for being 23 years old and the amount of shit stylistically and your range generally, it's super impressive to me. And I don't know, I've always seen you even early on as like kind of like a standout kind of artist.
Wow. Well, that means a lot. Thank you.
I did want to ask you about Milwaukee though, and you are living in Wisconsin right now, right?
Mm-hmm. I didn't actually grow up in Milwaukee. I grew up near Milwaukee, but yeah, just like a small like suburb. But I knew people in Milwaukee. That was like where I got my start with like actual work, was with like the Milwaukee hip hop scene.
What do you mean by getting your start in like the Milwaukee like hip hop scene, I guess?
Well, I like when I started, because I mean, I'm sure you have a similar experience where like you grew up and you would just make stuff for fun. And then at some point you decided that you're going to take it more seriously and like try to make money and like try and be serious about it. Yeah. And for me, where the opportunities started was in the Milwaukee hip hop scene.
Would you say this is kind of when you started to take like digital art like a little bit more seriously, or is this kind of like the early stages of like the creative work?
That was when I started to try to pursue it as a job. But I've always kind of taken it seriously, I think, since I started.
Yeah, I read that you started Blender when you were like 13 years old.
Something, maybe 14, I think. I know I was in high school. So at least like 14. But yeah, it was a while ago.
Why was it just like computer, like digital art class? I don't even know what that would be, especially in high school. Like, what kind of class was it?
It wasn't for a class. I knew a guy in a class that I had, just like a digital media class, like just, you know, those kinds of high school classes where you're recording little videos about whatever. There was just a guy in there who was really into modeling cars, and he was using the computers in there to like render them. I don't remember what I started out with doing, but I just remember him like explaining what it was. That would have been like fucking, I think still 2.79 was like the newest one.
2.79. Dude, 2.7 Blender 2.79 is OG. That's I think it released 2017, I think.
It was that late?
I think so, honestly. I downloaded it. Maybe I got my numbers wrong, but it is like a lot newer than you would think. But still, Blender 2.79 is dog shit. I'm sorry if I don't know. If anybody who doesn't use, who cares? I'm going to assume you know some things about some things. Blender 2.79 is so fucking dog shit to use. From like,
I don't get when anybody just use the newest version. I know you're one of those like specific version guys.
I am one of those specific version guys. I do not give a fuck about new Blender 5.1 and their brand new geometry nodes. I don't give a fuck about that, dude.
I don't get it. I don't get what you gain from not just downloading the most recent version.
With like better support and new features, and I'm like, no, this is so stupid. Oh my god. Yeah, no. You started at 2.79 in like
if it was 2017,
school?
I would have been 15 that I started. You know what? Can I Google it? Do I have permission?
Yeah, by all means. Okay. Jamie, it is the guest getting the guest to Google.
Am I allowed to Google?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, wait, late 27. Yeah, so I would have been 15 when I started.
Damn. Do you remember some of the early stuff you were working on?
Not really. I mean, I would just like follow tutorials and just like make, you know, nonsense renders, like just abstract renders that were just like flashing lights and like wiggling objects and shit. Because I remember when I started, I was like very into it for a couple of months, and then something pissed me off and I stopped using it for a while, and then I came back to it later on. And that's when I started like actually getting decent. But for the first stretch there, it was just like, you know, the classic like displacement modifier with the noise texture to make like just like a wiggly sphere. Yeah. I was legit just doing that over and over for a while. Yeah. I'm an expert.
Oh my god.
Future.
That's super sick your homie put you onto that though.
Yeah.
So if you would have been 15, like before 3D stuff, or maybe even like before creative arts generally, what kind of stuff were you into?
I mean, I've been into art, I think, as long as I could remember, like drawing when I was little and all that. But when I was a little kid, I was kind of only interested in cartoons and video games.
Playing Xbox 360?
No, man, my parents didn't let me have that. I had a DS.
Oh, Mario Kart DS?
Did you say Mario?
Mario Kart DS.
Why do Canadians call him Mario?
What? Mario?
My stepmom's Canadian, and she calls it Mario also, and I've never understood that. I don't get how that's regional.
Same with like bagel or bagel.
Bagel.
It's a bagel.
Wait, is that a regional thing too? Is that like an accent thing?
I think it's a speech impediment, but I'm not sure.
Sorry,
I think it is.
Went off topic. What?
No, you're good. You're good. I was asking about before like creative or like 3D work.
Yes.
I know that before, when you were younger, I guess, or maybe even still now, not sure, but being into like skateboarding and like skate culture.
Well, those kind of came at the same time. Around middle school ish is when I was doing that, And I never got good at skateboarding, but I got good at snowboarding, which is similar, I guess.
Like kind of adjacent, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, skate culture I've always really appreciated.
Yeah, I think a lot of, especially in like our like somewhat scene or whatever, there's a huge overlap between like skate culture and like not just fried aesthetics, but an appreciation for like aesthetics generally.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you think, I don't know if you started skateboarding first or like, I guess you started when you were younger with creative ventures, but do you see like the overlap between the two?
I think a lot of my attitude probably comes from that, just generally. And then visuals wise, like my taste, like music taste and probably visual aesthetics to some extent too would definitely come from there, but especially music. I mean, like I would watch a lot of skate videos when I was a kid, and I mean, play Skate 3.
Yeah.
That definitely had a pretty huge impact on my tastes above all.
What are some like either songs or just pieces of media in general that kind of influenced you, especially during that like early phase of creative work, or I guess when you're getting into skate culture? Do you have any like impactful media from around that time?
Yes, I have a very clear memory of there was an Enjoy video called Oververt that came out when I was a kid, and they had Louis Barletta. He was a puppet. Are you aware of this?
I think loosely, but
yeah, it was just like a wooden puppet that was hanging from strings, and I don't remember. I don't think I like cared about Enjoy or anything like that, but I saw the poster for it and I was like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's fucking dope.
I think that would be an attitude thing, like the sort of just like silliness of that a lot of skate brands from when I was a kid, skate teams from when I was a kid would use, just this sort of like, I don't really care about anything.
Yeah, more like a carefree, like laissez-faire,
like
just like instead of like serious, like pro kind of tone or whatever.
I don't know if that's how. Don't actually really pay attention to skateboarding all that much anymore. I don't know if that's how it is now, but I hope it isn't, because I thought that was really cool when I was a kid. Just like not I wasn't into like the Baker guys and stuff like that. Like some people probably will get upset about that statement, but like. Ooh. Like not giving a fuck is cool, but not to the point of like being self-destructive. Like that's why I liked like Enjoy when I was a kid, because they weren't like scary.
I think that's a good way to put it, actually.
I thought they were cool because they were funny and just like goofy. And yeah, I definitely think that had an impact on me as a person long term.
All right, not to get political or anything, but I heard when you were younger, as a young man during school, your class held a presidential vote.
I know what story.
And you were anti-Obama?
I was not
That's
anti-Obama.
Interesting.
There was a kid who was anti-Obama who told me that Obama was going to make it illegal to be right-handed because he was left-handed. And that was all I knew about Obama, was this fake story that this other 8-year-old told me.
Yes, okay.
That's all I knew. So I heard that and I was like, oh my God, that's horrible. Like, I don't want to go to jail. So I guess, yeah, it was fuck Obama when I was like 8 years old because of that, sure.
All right, you heard it here first, folks. I'm not afraid. That's so awesome, dude. I remember being in drama class back in Montreal, and they wheeled in the big old TV, and they were like, Obama is becoming the president. Everybody gather around. This is a historic moment. And I didn't understand what I was looking at, but I knew it was big because my drama teacher, he was this very interesting French guy. He was tearing up. He was like crying watching this. And I was like, I don't know what's happening, but my teacher's crying. So I knew it was like serious.
You guys watched his inauguration?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Huh. In Canada?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In Montreal.
That is a little weird.
Yeah, in Montreal, or Quebec, the province that's trying to like separate from Canada, we like watched the presidential inauguration.
We're trying to separate from Canada so that we can be annexed by the US.
Yeah, so we could be We love Obama so much. We want to leave Canada.
Perfect. Do people think that's actually going to happen? Annexing of Canada?
I don't believe there's no shot like that Ottawa gets annexed by America, as if that's a good thing.
So do people think that would be a good thing? I don't really talk about Canadian politics all that much with anybody.
Honestly, neither do we really. We usually talk about American politics instead.
America's so awesome, we're bad. But,
dude,
like I don't even. Who's your guys' prime minister?
McCartney right now. What's that? Is not his name?
Wait, Mark Carney.
Oh yeah, Mark Carney.
How do I know that? You don't. I don't even live there.
Listen,
I know one Canadian in real life.
Dude, like one name, like McGruber.
Yeah, just one name, McCartney.
McCartney.
Yeah, that's our guy right now. He is an economist. He seems to be doing okay. I really hope UBI gets passed. That's all I'll have to say on the matter.
Is he trying to do that?
Is he trying to do that?
Probably not.
Probably not.
I don't know anything about him. I know his name.
I have to look over to my producer to ask him political questions because, yeah, do pull that up. The biggest thing we had was Trudeau doing blackface at Halloween twice. More than once.
I knew about once.
And then, yeah, him dating Katy Perry, which is like, I don't know, shut up. Him dating Katy Perry. And then Rob Ford, our, not prime minister, what is it called? He's a mayor of Toronto, and he got really popular because he smoked crack and like made a bunch of public
I've seen videos of that guy. The one where he says like, "Don't be mad at me because people don't want to do that with you because they don't like you," or something like that.
Don't be mad at me; they don't want to smoke crack with you, dude. Yeah. That's awesome. I think Obama had his, did a little blow.
Obama had some swag.
Obama
you can say what you want.
So much
you can say what you want about what he did.
Yeah, you can say what you want about the drug
for the record,
strikes,
I'm not a Republican. I'm not a conservative guy.
Guys, don't let him trick you. Seizure Warning is a prominent alt-right wing Christian nationalist creative.
I'm really not.
Oh my god.
Career's over before it started. Single interview I ever do.
Yeah. All right. Hello, everybody. This is a special announcement for the Patreon. The Patreon only costs $2.99 a month, Canadian, not even American, so it's a deal. What you get is access to our exclusive Discord community. That's fun if you need friends. We also are providing the episodes for the program 1 week in advance. We also have hundreds of unlisted videos that are not on the YouTube channel, along with tutorials and many, many more things. The show isn't free, it costs money. We would like to start paying the people who make the show some money. Your donation helps with that. And also the money goes towards other projects we're working on. Regardless, I'd really appreciate it if you checked it out. And thank you. Love you guys. Okay. Enough silly talk. Let's get to the brass tacks here. I think you have like a really... That's the thing. I think your style isn't even very specific by any means. You're super quick to like jump around and try different aesthetics out and like techniques. So I'm kind of curious as to like what you would describe your style as generally, if you can.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, it varies place to place. I guess I do kind of change it up.
Do you have like a preferred, like not genre? Do you have a preferred style or like aesthetic you like to come back to essentially?
I don't know how I would put it. 'Cause I think I'm mostly interested in, at least with regard to the stuff that I publish, I'm only really interested in releasing stuff that isn't similar to other stuff that I've released. Like I'm experimenting pretty much all the time when I'm working on stuff, and most of it I don't think really sticks. But if it does, in my opinion, then I just kind of put it out regardless. Like when I start a project, I don't really have, I don't really go into it like thinking about it in terms of specific styles.
When you're starting a new project, are you like messing around with shit? Are you taking inspiration and trying to carve your own path with it? Like, what kind of goes into the initial process of like starting a new project, I guess?
Pretty much every time I just kind of have an idea and then just try to make it however possible. Like, they just kind of spawn, and I just, however I deduce is the best way to get started and keep going with it is the way that I go with. And then usually what happens when it gets like the kind of style to it is just through like continuously molding a single project until it goes in different directions and turns into a different thing.
Where do you draw like your inspiration from, or how do you navigate not taking mental notes of like aesthetics or techniques that you appreciate?
I would say most of my inspiration seems to come from outside of it, in movies and old cartoons and music, honestly, too. I think the difference is just when I'm watching things from my peers or just people online, I just take it for what it is. If it's cool, I leave a nice comment and then
leave a love, and then you move on.
And then I just let it be that, and like consciously avoid doing things that I see other people doing.
Yeah,
because people get a certain type of way about that a lot.
There's a lot of defensiveness in the stuff
from fans and people who work on their own, who are talking about their own stuff, especially fans. Actually, there's like ravenous fan bases for Instagram pages with like 2,000 followers. Like if they think that you're copying them, they will let you know.
100%. And even if they're so completely wrong, they'll still let you know.
Yeah, even if you've never heard of what they're accusing you of copying.
Dude, exactly. It's surreal.
I guess that's more of a problem with, because there definitely is a lot of copying now. I think we were talking about this the other day. Like a lot of people, you accuse me of being right wing, and I'm not, for the people watching. But Sam Hyde, there's a lot of people who are ripping off Sam Hyde's motion graphics stuff. You're seeing that all over the place. And there's, a lot of other people online who are having that same thing happen with their own work. And I really just don't want to be accused of that. I feel like that would hurt my feelings really bad. So I'm just trying to avoid it.
No, that's fair. I think, your stuff is so well, that's the thing, that you kind of like never have to worry about that for the most part, because the shit you do is just so separate and different from project to project, and it really is just like, you could tell, which I love seeing how projects come out, because they all are very much just like you trying shit out and then just seeing how it comes out, and if it's good you'll share it, and if not you'll just hide it forever for nobody to ever see. I know you have so much work.
I do.
That I'd love to see, and so many people would be like, oh my god, this is amazing, and you're just like,
I don't know. I think I have a good internal gauge. I think that might be my greatest strength, actually, is my internal gauge of whether or not something is worth putting out for people to see.
That's fair. That's another very important skill, is looking at your work and being able to go like, okay, this isn't like amazing.
Yeah, this is fine practice versus
exactly.
This is something I need everybody to see.
Yeah, if everything you make is like amazing, there's a chance that it's not. If that makes any sense.
My mom said this new one is the best thing I've ever
My mom
made.
said this is my greatest work yet. It's going right on the fridge.
But yeah, I think that's something that I'm glad that I've avoided, is a lot of people, just because of the internet, feel the need to constantly be making something, which is not, I don't think, a bad thing. But also release every single thing that they make, even if it's not in a finished state. Like I'll never release a work in progress or something I don't think is up to a certain arbitrary standard.
Here, maybe censor this out, but I see a lot of low poly artists who will do those 360 spin posts of like an asset, and in my mind a little bit I'll be like, that's kind of cheap.
Yeah.
but it
spent-
works.
Yeah, you get 100,000 likes, 10 million views on those videos. I
And
get
I'm
why
like,
they do it.
I get it. It makes
It ma-
sense.
I would if I had a little bit less I don't know what it is. Say it. I don't know what word I'm thinking of. Confidence or no, I don't know. A little bit less of something, I would do that too, but
Integrity?
That sounds mean though.
That does sound mean. Maybe
Integrity.
we'll take that back. Yeah, it sucks. Low poly is very easy to get into. It doesn't take that long to learn the process to then just like put it out, and the feedback you get from that a lot of the times
Whoa!
Yeah, I got 120 likes.
This looks like a PlayStation 1.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, dude.
Which is another thing is actually that people copy a lot is Jack stuff. We were talking about that the other day, I think. And people call a lot of people out for copying World 4 Jack as well. Feels weird to call him that.
I got a lot of those allegations back in the day. I'm not
your
gonna
stuff.
lie.
Your stuff is separate enough. I think.
Not gonna lie, I earned a couple of those. You know, I had a lot of those. I earned a couple of those in my very early stuff. I feel like I eventually grew out of that, but yeah.
You can tell you're inspired by him with your animations, but it's not indistinguishable. Like there's a very distinct nature to the stuff that you make that isn't present in his, not in a negative way to him, but also not to you. Like they're different for sure.
Yeah, you hear that, Dad? My dad calling me a World 4 Jack clone.
He's a huge Jack fan. He's like, you fucking ripping his shit off. Oh, my cat just jumped on my desk.
Oh, what kind of cat?
Gray.
Gray. Dude, pink eyes, gray cat.
Pink eyes, gray cat, like a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Oh, dude, your dog. He showed his dog the other day, and his dog is so fucking cute. Can we wait? I'll send it to you. Can you put it on screen for? Do we have a wide? Can you put it on screen for a second? His dog picture. I'll send you.
He's immortalized.
Look at this guy. He's cute.
He'd be so happy to hear that.
Dude, he made it onto the Carlos's Curiosity.
Made it on the Carlos's Curiosity program.
This is one thing that I know that you've wanted to talk about, and I'm also excited to talk about, is the doom scrolling, phone addiction, internet infrastructure stuff. I'm kind of curious on your thoughts on maybe we could just start with like doom scrolling or phone addiction in general.
I think everybody's addicted to their phone now. I think that's by design. And doom scrolling is just what you do if you're addicted to your phone. You're going to be addicted to it.
If you have a phone in general?
Yeah, of course. I mean, like who's like grandma isn't on Facebook on her phone all the time?
I mean, yeah, that's a fair point. Oh, dude, the slop on Facebook you gotta scroll through.
Yeah. It's an annoyance, and I wish that I wasn't using my phone as much as I am, but
it feels like smoking cigarettes, kind of, where it's not immediately destroying my life and my relationship with my family, but definitely in 30 to 40 years, I'll regret a lot of it.
Yeah, but I'd imagine that long down the line, optimistically,
yes,
something will have stopped it from being as insane of a product as it is.
It is very evil in a lot of sense. And I understand why people feel like I'm addicted to my phone. This is horrible. I want to do what I can to stop it. I'm not sure, especially like as creatives or like maybe Gen Z or younger people, where like you like live most of your life through some level of internet, especially if you're not like in college or school or hanging out with coworkers or anything. Most of your life is spent through like Discord. You know what I mean?
No, that's true. It's probably even worse for people younger than you and me.
Yeah.
You know, all the shit that happens on like Roblox and stuff. Like they're not just their trauma as a result of this isn't just like being addicted to their phone, like just wasting time. Like I don't even fucking know what happens on those kinds of places that are like kid dominated but have an adult presence. But I mean, that stuff is starting to get regulated. Like I know
Yeah.
ID verification is controversial.
I think. Oh, here it is. Right. The only half decent brain dead argument that's made is that like we're trying to protect children from like going on a gore website or watching porn. That's like the main argument. But then we end up with like you need government ID for Discord and you need government ID for I don't know, a bunch of other random shit. I think it's stupid. I believe if you want your child to be safe on the internet, you should just be a parent and keep an eye and monitor or firewall websites you don't want them going on to.
Yeah, I'm convinced. I don't need to think any more about that.
And
yeah.
ladies and
I agree with
gentlemen,
you.
that was...
I mean, I don't know. That makes sense to me.
I think iPad Kids was like loosely or pretty tossed around for Gen Z, but Gen Alpha is 100% like in that shit,
It's
dude.
horrible. You go to the grocery store and you'll see. The other day I was at Target. I saw in this. I don't want to judge this person, but I don't know.
Censor
They're
them,
not
blur
gonna
out
watch
their
this.
name.
They're not gonna. I don't know their name. I passed by them. They had 3 kids in their cart, and all 3 of them were on iPads, like watching. What's that? There's like that stick thing with the baseball bat.
Oh man, what the?
You know what I'm talking about?
Like the toon toon toon.
Yeah, that Tung Tung Sahur.
The Italian brain rot memes.
yeah. They were. I'm not kidding. All 3 of them were watching different videos with the stick guy in the grocery cart as they were passing me.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, and that's common. Like the problem before was that Elsa Gate stuff.
Yeah, that
when
Elsa's
I was 14
fart and like weird fetish content on YouTube.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that was.
Whatever
this was like 10 times that.
Dude, those videos are mad funny.
It's crazy.
Like, add like cat meowing songs to it.
Yeah,
and like,
and it's like horrific. Like it's just so
it's
brutal and bizarre that kids are. Like, how the fuck is that ending up on a kid's algorithm? That's crazy.
I don't like having to shit every day. Is there something wrong with that? Here's like a way for your kid not to be fat. Okay.
Here's a girl in Marvel. What is the line between eating disorder and just being healthy?
Mindset. That's what white people don't want kids because we're gay and don't believe in God. Mason, do you it's girl boss hormone, right? GBH.
More like TBH. I don't think you should have done that.
More like TBH. I hope he's okay.
Nice, guys.
Guys, we're on a roll.
The Knopes Productions Patreon. The best $2.99 you can spend.
Why don't they teach you how to do taxes in school?
Do they need to? You got TurboTax?
True.
I don't know how to do my taxes manually.
I don't have that written down. I just
take a picture.
My favorite thing is when people say like, dude, they should have taught us taxes in school. And they're the same people who would like skip or like didn't give a fuck about school.
Yeah. They should have taught me how to balance a checkbook from a guy who doesn't have a checkbook. Like, yeah. Yeah, I agree. That's so funny.
Dude, our PAs are just Tyler's just watching the interview, having a good time. He's just drinking.
Awesome.
My PA number 1's getting drunk. My PA number 2 is hard at work on the handy cam right now. No, this
you're using a handy cam?
Yeah, well, we have 2 A66s and then a handy cam for like a kind of cutaway one.
Cool.
Like this.
Bring him onto your camera so I can see the camera. I want to see.
Oh. Yeah.
Bring him right up. Dude, hey, come right up here. Hey, come up here. Hey, come up.
Can you see this?
Hey guys.
Yeah. Get a candid shot of
I like the
of
beanie.
our guests here.
Can you turn the camera on yourself and say hello?
Hi.
Yeah, everyone. Can we get a room call?
Okay, I'm glad. Sorry, I didn't mean to detract. I just wanted to make sure.
No, it's fine. No, this one has gone a lot better than the first. This one felt really good. We're not even freaking done yet. I think the way I discovered your stuff was actually loosely through Super Mega. One, it was just like crossing your page, and then finding out you did some work with them. I was like, holy fuck, that's insane. I wanted to know what it was like to work with them and like how that came about, kind of thing.
It was great. I like those. I mean, I don't really know Ryan. I only really know Matt. But he's a great guy. They're very generous. I really like the stuff that they make. But the way that I ended up linking with them was when they restarted their podcast 2024 or maybe 3, they wanted to do bumpers before their ad breaks, and they just had like an open call for people to send them in for that, and I did, and they were like, "Oh wow, we really like this." And then me and Matt started talking.
Okay, like an Instagram post or a story or something, being like, "Hey, we're looking for."
I don't remember where exactly they posted it, but yeah, I just like sent them an email and just like made one, and they liked it a lot, and then I just ended up making a bunch, and then yeah, so I did a lot of work for them like last year.
Have you done any since? I think it's been a minute.
It's been a bit.
You've been working with Xavier So Bass. That one I'm round of applause. Dude, this guy, he's fucking so cool. He's so talented. Dude, when I heard, because we were actually in the server, we were talking about like, you were talking about like just starting to like listen to his music, and you're like trying to understand it. And then like a couple days or weeks later, he made
underground click for me. Like I didn't, for a long time, underground rap has been in this very experimental place, and I didn't get it at all. But then his new album, that's what made me like it finally. And then a week or two later, I got hit up to do.
Yeah, dude, that was it was like the stars aligned. He like just started getting into Xavier So Bass, and then he hit him up, and I was like, what? That's so crazy.
Yeah.
No, honestly, congrats on that.
Thank you.
When you're approaching commissions, what's the process like as compared to working on like personal projects where they're a lot more like freeform and experimental? Do you kind of take that energy into traditional commissions as well?
Not really. I'm pretty like very much nose to the grindstone when I'm working on commissions. Like I kind of see to some extent my personal work as practice for the commission ones, because enough experimentation in the practice allows me to work really quickly on commission stuff, and not being afraid to like send things that are in progress to them so I can make sure I'm on the right path. Like that's a big one I think that a lot of people who do commission stuff need to start doing. If they're working for people, they need to be willing to do that, because it really pisses people off when you don't. Just take that as the single piece of advice if you're watching this and you're trying to do commissions. But yeah, like stuff like that, because I experiment so much in my personal work, I don't need to when I'm doing commissions. I can just ask what they want.
Yeah, you have like the skill set to kind of bring what you need to forward. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you remember like your first commission where you're like, I'm getting money?
I do. The first one that I ever did, I was still in college. My friend made a song with, do you know who Pink Sifu is, the rapper?
Yeah. Oh, dude, huge fucking, we love Pink Sifu.
His stuff is really cool. But yeah, he made a song with him, and that was the first time that I ever charged for anything, was a music video for that.
Shout out Pink Sifu. If you want to be on the show next, let us know.
He's probably not watching this. That would be funny.
Oh, who knows? Maybe.
I've been getting really into digital art recently.
Yeah. What's your favorite cartoon?
I'd say like OG Tom and Jerry is my favorite
classic
cartoon. There was just like so much experimentation happening on that. I don't know how much you watched of it as a kid, but
that era of animation in general is still so good. I don't know. To someone who's younger, who's trying to get into creative stuff, especially since it's so accessible, there's so many resources out there and tutorials. What advice would you give to someone who's essentially just starting out and wants to essentially just fuck around and make stuff?
I mean, I think they should just do it. I don't know. There's nothing really stopping anybody anymore. If you want to, especially with digital art, I mean, everybody has a phone. You can definitely make a decent amount of stuff on a phone if you don't have a computer. But if you do have a computer, just, pirate some software and learn the software. Or just download Blender and learn Blender.
I agree with that a lot. I think the motivation is almost like an extra, but you should be doing it consistently. And then the motivation is like an extra like bonus kind of.
Yeah,
if that
then it
makes
feels
sense.
really good when you're feeling super motivated to do it. But if you're only doing it when you feel motivated, you're never gonna make anything because you can't synthesize
Be motivated all the
motivation.
time.
That's definitely a big thing. That kind of blew my mind when somebody said that to me. But you just especially if you want it to be your job. I mean, if you're doing it for a hobby, you can do that. You can just wait until you're in the mood for it. But if you really do want to be like a professional artist in some form, you should be doing it at least like an hour a day, probably. Especially with Blender, there's so many tutorials for Blender.
There's a lot of tutorials out there
on Knopes Productions YouTube channel. There's,
Speaking of,
I believe
we got tutorials on our feed.
3 great tutorials for Blender. Yeah, watch those exclusively, and then just base your whole.
Yeah, and then go off of that. Where do you want to like take your art, or where do you want to take your creativity when it comes to continuing with like commission work, or maybe more personal projects, or like where are you going with your work, if that makes sense?
I mean, yeah, I'm probably just gonna keep doing what I've been doing. Just continue to try new things, and then when something strikes that I think is really good, I'll put that out if it's personal, and then the commission stuff I'll keep just trying to make as good as I can within the parameters I'm given. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I'm really interested in doing is just. It's like the only thing I'm really like super good at, you know.
Yeah.
All I'm really spending my time on.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Dude, all my eggs are in this basket.
Yeah.
If something
one
happens,
egg in one basket. I have nothing else.
It's one egg in one basket, baby.
I got $1 in one wallet. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just hoping for the best, really. I'm just gonna keep doing it and hope it keeps going fine.
That's like any artist I talk to. They're just like, oh, I'm hoping it works.
Yep. I don't want to go work at Wendy's again. I've never worked at Wendy's.
I have.
You have?
Yeah. Freaking dickhead. Yeah, I worked at Wendy's.
Wendy's is a real respectable job. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Actually, Wendy's is a very high stakes career professional job. I know. I worked at Wendy's for like 6 years, and I was a shift supervisor for like 2.
Wow.
That's what I did before. Yeah, that's what I did before doing like creative artsy stuff. I was just like full time, 60-hour week.
Holy shit! In a Wendy's.
I was hustling, bro. I was like a scummy employee. I was like definitely overclocking and stealing food. And
6 years in, I mean, you can burn
the
place down.
Like,
I don't know.
Yeah,
you've been through too much.
Yeah, dude. I'm glad to be recording this show with you.
Yeah. Holy shit, Wendy.
Yeah, dude. We fucking made it. Okay, I think that's generally everything. Honestly, that went super well. Again, nice. I really wanted to thank you for joining us. Sincerely. Yeah, I think that's everything. That's awesome. I'm trying to think of an outro. Thank you guys for. I can't do an outro with you right here. Let's do an outro together.
Okay.
All right. Thank you guys for watching this show.
You didn't tell me what you were gonna say. Oh, okay. I see. I thought that was the outro, and you're gonna. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. Sir, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you for
everybody watching the show.
Thank you for watching the show.
For watching the show.
Yeah.
All right. I need a proper outro for Tyler because he's got to edit this. I got to do a real outro so he can actually do it.
Do one of those gaming outro generators.
Da, na, 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 na.
Yeah, I get that playing in the background.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it. I don't really need a professional outro. Thank you guys for watching. Holy shit. I feel like high right now. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Carlos's Curiosity Corner. It was a good one, and I don't know. Thank you guys for watching. You just ended on that. Fuck it.